Hello again. Let's begin the second segment with our earlier story where founder of Defiance Capital Bank, William Atoyesian, and 3 other directors of the institution have been slapped with 26 charges, including stealing. Yes, financial consultant Charles Mensah's full take on the development and the likely impact on the financial sector.
It's taking far too long, and I'm sure that the prosecution have done quite a sizable job. The defense would have access to that, and then they can also look at it and say, okay, this is it. If the defense look into it and they realize that, look, they are guilty as charged, that will be fine. But if they look at it and say, no, the cases that have been stated is not correct, they will adduce their reasons, and I'm sure we'll have judgment which everybody will be happy with it. Because in financial market, rumors doesn't help. So as soon as we begin to hear the court and the details, it will spare away all the rumors and we will deal with facts and not opinions of individuals that have been commenting. It's just facts. Because this is figures. 100 million as it states. Then they will deal with it. 20 million as it, 30 million, 2 million as it states. They will deal with it because it's our facts, evidence. There will be check numbers there. There will be details there. There will be exact amount there. So you won't be like, I think the figure is around. No, it has to be exact. And that's what we'll be dealing with. And I have a keen interest to follow, to understand, because as a student of finance, I have interest in following those things. And I hope and pray that we will be a lesson also for corporate Ghana and also for future managing directors and directors in running the financial services sector. Because, mind you, financial services sector, they have the best eye view of the economy. If the financial services sector is buoyant, the economy will be buoyant. If it's going down, the economy will go down. So, and if it's also done right, the economy will also be done right. The right thing will be done. And it will help us all. Because I'm praying that one of these days, Ghana will be a reference point when it comes to the financial services sector. And maybe this is a time for us to look at it.
Do you think this will bring back some confidence or inject some confidence in the sector?
Yes, because as we speak, like I said, because it has the system have allowed a lot of rumor to fill it. There's been a lot of rumor, and money doesn't like noise. So there's been some noise as we speak. But if this court, the judgment that will follow, the investigation, the details that will follow, it will send some clarity. So people would have read facts. And then we would feel the confidence will be restored. Some confidence have been restored, but it will be restored fully if all the facts comes out. So it will dispel all the rumor. Because these days, because of social media and all those things, rumor run fast. But when it comes to finance and financial matters, I don't think we should play with rumor. It has to be facts, facts, facts.
So far, as part of the cleanup, not only these 2 banks went down, or not only this one bank, Capital Bank, went down. What do you think should happen to the others also? Do you think the same way should be, the same approach should be used in dealing with their cases as well?
You have to be specific.
Okay, so in this case, you are talking of Capital Bank, where the bank, the state just went to court with it. There's UT, there is other banks, Royal Bank, Beach Capital, and all of them, construction and all those. Even though some of them surrendered their licenses before the Bank of Ghana went in and all that. The question is, should the same approach be used to deal with some of these cases as well?
Well, I think, you see, as long as taxpayers' money are going in to support the deposit of those banks which had gone down, then we should have a standard, because I believe in consistency. So if this is the approach, then it has to be consistent throughout. We can't have a certain approach for Bank A and different approach for Bank B when it is that taxpayers' money were used or have been used to bail out the depositors. Then the same thing should be applied to all and sundry, including all those in the microfinance and savings and loans and all that. It has to be standard. And the civil approach these days is the best way to go, because after all, it has to do with money. And if there's any way that we can go civil and retrieve as much as we can, We should continue that, because I've been reading what was happening elsewhere in South Africa and Kenya. They go for the money, because that's the most important thing. You go for the money. If it means that some asset stripping will come into, as long as the person is guilty, as long as we can point out to those properties or those cash, let's retrieve it to reduce the burden on the taxpayer. I have a strong feeling that the taxpayer, which in the end, the Ministry of Finance or government should, even the liquidator, ought to be able to tell us that, look, we're billed out with a certain amount. This is how much we've retrieved, so that we all will know that it's not the 12 billion that we're made to understand that had been used to bill at the banks, but at least it has been reduced by one, what we're able to recover from those who are owing the banks itself, and then what we have been able to recover from the individual shareholders or the directors who took some loans, what we have, and therefore the net effect is this.
All right, so to the commodity market now, and crude oil sold for $59.25 a barrel after a $1.01 gain. Let's see how some of the major commodities traded today. That's all for business tonight. Thanks so much for your time. My name is Sandra Esenam.